Well, we're just putting the finishing touches on everything, getting ready for our last push of fall food plots here. So we got to finish spraying, then we're going to fertilize today, and then we're just waiting on seed from Monsterbuck. Then we can get it planted. We'll drill it in. So, and I would say on this, I'm putting in clethodim and butirac in the same mix, but I wouldn't recommend you do that, honestly. So you'll do as I say, not as I do. You will get a little bit of leaf burn doing this. Definitely don't put crop oil in if you do this. Otherwise it'll burn it bad. But you can get by doing this. And I've got a lot to spray, so that's why I'm doing it. Otherwise you got to go over it twice, you know, if you're going to do it separate. Let's see, we got butirac here. That's doing about 20 ounces to the acre on the butirac. You're very close right there. And 16 ounces on the clethodim per acre. I'm putting down about 10 gallons of water per acre, and then that's how much herbicide I'm putting in to go with that 10 gallons. So we got 16 times 7 be 70 and 42, about 112, just shy of a gallon. There we go. We've got a batch mixed up. We just got to let that circulate and mix, and we're ready to spray. Pressure. See what we got. More pressure. Maybe 20 psi. There we go. Oh yes, sir. This is exciting. Getting this sprayed. Disc it soon and get it planted. Fun stuff. All right guys, we've just been waiting for a good day to get these fall plots in. It's been so hot and dry, I haven't wanted to put them in with a little bit of moisture in the ground because I was afraid they'd germinate, and then so hot and dry they'd burn up and you'd have to plant them again. So I've been watching the weather. The next 4 days is like anywhere from 40 to 60% shot of rain. So I'm hoping we'll catch one of those days and then it's gonna cool back down. So we're gonna give it a shot, get this planted. I've got rye right here, which will come back about the 1st of September is usually when I plant that. So we'll come back to plant that, but everything else we're planting. One of the things I like about Monsterbuck is you can buy all this stuff individually packaged so you can mix your own mix if you want. And that's what I like to do. So we're gonna mix this up and get to planting. All right, let's get some winter peas in there, big guy. Perennial clover, done. That's what's in that bad boy, if you're wondering what's in that clover mix. Nice looking mix. Purple top. 14 pounds of purple top. Here we go. Kale, here we go. 14 pounds of kale, we got 9 right here. All right, now we just need to mix this, put it in the drill, and we're off and running. Well, that's about 5 acres in the ground already. These drills are fast. That's a really nice way to do it. Now we just got to catch a rain. If we can't catch a rain, we're in big trouble. It's been pretty dry all year, so I'm a little worried about that, but we've got enough alfalfa and clover. Even if these don't take, we'll be all right. We've still got some stuff, so. Oh, and one other thing. As promised, I did get some cameras out trying to find back that Loch Ness buck. There's, I don't know, 7 or 8 cameras I put out in that area trying to catch him. So I do it a little different than a lot of guys. When I have a buck that wants to be in a certain area in the fall, in the winter, you know, not necessarily just where he wants to rut, because that could be more doe related, but where he wants to live outside of the rut, I'll try to plan everything I can to keep him in that area. I don't like to send him off, you know, go find somewhere else to eat beans and then come back in the fall, because maybe he's not going to come back. So I'd prefer just to keep him right there. So we planted some alfalfa right where he was living, soybeans as well, and that's just to keep him right there. You know, those are the 2 main food sources that we have in this area that he would go somewhere else to be on. I mean, right now soybeans and alfalfa are as good as you're going to get. And surprisingly, you know, they eat the leaves on the corn quite a bit when it's short and growing, you know, this tall. They eat the heck out of those corn leaves. But, you know, if you've got alfalfa, soybeans this time of year, you can probably keep those deer. And I've had a lot of success doing that, you know, the last, let's say maybe 10 years. I've been doing that, and I bet you 80–90% of the time, if that deer's still alive, he stays right there. So it's worked out really well. Another thing I'm going to do a little different this year, I'm going to go old school with the trail cameras. So I'm going to run trail cameras for sure, but I've turned off the cellular, I've turned off the CuddyLink, and so it's just check the SD card. I've been wanting to do that for 2 or 3 years now, just to make it a little tougher on myself. But I still want to have those trail pictures because I just love running trail cameras. So at the end of the year, at least I'll pull all those cards and know what happened throughout the year. So I don't want to give it up completely and just not run trail cameras, but I'm going to do a little bit different this year. Check them less, and I actually have to go check them, and just to keep the intel down a little bit, make it a little tougher on me. So looking forward to that first card pull. I'll be sure and include you guys. So thanks again for joining us. We'll see you on the next one. Yes.